Do you feel trapped, stuck, afraid of small, tight spaces? Afraid that said small, tight spaces could be your downfall? Me too. But I'm here to show you the quickest, easiest, and most effective way to conquer those fears. It's not magic, guys. No, sadly, it's practice. But since you're afraid, and I'm afraid, well, I'm rather selfless, you see. So I'm going to go ahead and travel through the tiny circle so you don't have to. I'm just that selfless. Although, that being said, I tend to view the tiny circle as a portal to different dimensions. And viewing it as a portal to different dimensions means that I like to think every time I go through it, I'm conquering something and solving some sort of world dilemma. Allow me to demonstrate for you. There's a couple of ways one might want to travel through said dimensions. The easiest, probably smartest way is head first through said dimension. Now, you may be saying, head first. Why would one want to do that? Well, one might want to do that because head first means you can see everything on the other side. That means no surprises. However, I'm a tiny lady. I know, it's hard to believe because you're seeing me on the screen, but I am a tiny lady. Barely 5 feet I is. However, that being said, I don't like surprises, nor do I like having to conquer surprises head on with no sort of way to defend myself. So I prefer a much more foot-first approach. Allow me to demonstrate for you. It's very similar to said head-first approach, with a couple of alterations. One being, it's foot-first. You know, foot-first approach. So, we put our foot through the dimensional portal. She's still there, we're still good. And then, we have a defense on the other side. Because we can kick with our foot, you see. However, that's not helpful enough. Because blindly kicking the air isn't going to solve anything now, is it? No. We have to follow through with our noggin. Now that being said, you may think, oh boy, you're in a compromising position now, aren't you? Well, kinda. But I mean, most of my life is a compromising position. So, that's perfectly fine. And now, we can get up and maneuver ourselves. All we gotta do is just wiggle our way out. Whew. Okay. Now I'm sure you're thinking one dimension's all fine and dandy, but who's gonna solve the world's problems with one dimension? Well, I've got you covered for that one too. We can do double the travel. That's right. I'm gonna show you folks how I travel through double dimensions. Yeah, double them. Pretty impressive, huh? Hey, I'll show you, and then you can decide if you're impressed. So as we went over, the simplest way is the head-first approach. Yes? We'll put that there for safekeeping. We don't want to cross dimensions too soon, or something bad may happen. I'm not entirely sure what may happen because I'm not quite that adventurous. However, we're going to find out what happens when we cross double dimensions intentionally. Here we go. But only if you're ready. Well, I assume you're ready. If you weren't ready, you'd probably pause the video. Okay, so here we go. One dimension we are into. Now we get into 2 dimension. She's a tough one. But we got this. Okay. And now, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And dimensional cross. And wiggle, wiggle, shimmy, wiggle. Safekeeping again, around the neck. It's where jewelry goes. It's where safekeeping is. It's where the heart is. Everything's good around the neck. Stepping out, popping out. Haha. Well, I hope I at least entertained you and maybe perhaps addressed a few of your fears in the process and showed you that sometimes they're absolutely terrifying, but sometimes tiny holes are just fun things to play with. Pun intended. Thanks for watching.